Hi, my name is Mike, and every day I code. Today, I'm working on a way to hydrate our new tenants database using a default tenant that we've previously defined. The general idea is the default tenant will be used by the customer where they can make ongoing changes to their application. And whenever a new tenant is created, the new tenant will basically have their database seeded from that default data set. In addition to populating data from the default set into the new tenants database, it's also important that if there are any updates that are made to that default data set, that all of the existing tenants can take advantage of those changes as well without having to completely refresh their database. To do this, I wanted to find a solution that worked well in SQL, thinking that that would be the most performant solution for us. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we're doing. So we've got our landlord app, and as you recall, each one of our tenants has their own schema in a tenant database. So what I plan on doing is I plan on hooking into a tenant created event. When the tenant is created, we'll run a command, and that command will run some SQL, which will then grab the data from our default tenant data set and pump it into the new tenant database. So looking around for some solutions, I think I found something that works pretty well. So let's take a look at the query. This query will basically allow us to choose a source database table and a destination database table. We can span schemas. So in this case, we can select the products from one table in one schema, and we can insert that into our new tenant. In the event that there's a collision, we'll handle the collision by deleting the row in the destination data set, and then we'll update it by inserting the correct row. So let's go ahead and see how this looks. So we have this products table. You can see right now it's empty. And if I run this, we can see that the products have been populated. So all in all, I think that there's about 14,000, maybe 15,000 products. So you can see the performance of this works pretty well. So next, let's take a look at the implementation in Laravel. I created a command, and this command will hydrate the tenants database. So the first thing that we do is we select all of the tables within our parent schema. My parent schema is public. I also created this area right here where we can choose to exclude some tables that just don't need to be hydrated. So in this case, of course, each one of these tables would be created via a migration. The next thing that we'll do is we'll just iterate through each one of the tables. And if it's a table we want to ignore, then it's skipped here. So then I build the statement. For this, I just pass the table name. And then of course this is the same schema, or this is the same query that I shared with you previously. So let's go ahead and try it out. So let me go ahead and just clear my products table just once more. Running the command, we can see that it iterates through each one of our tables. And that's about it. I think that's pretty fast. So in order to hook this into the event, I created a new job. And I just called the job the seed tenant schema. So here, this job will essentially just run that same command. So let's try it out. We'll go ahead and create a new tenant now. We'll just call it foo. Okay, so that's done. Jumping back over to our database, we should have a new schema in here. So I'll just quickly refresh. Here's our foo. And it's completely hydrated. So that's it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.